Liverpool organised crime group members who was involved in a very dark period of time in the city of Liverpool that the whole country had never witnessed, unless it was the IRA or someone. Do you understand? So basically what you had was, you had a bit of beef kick-off with the Lynches, and they were having trouble with the Richardsons, Spiff, Tony, Stylesy, then Leo Riley, basically the little Farleys. That's all these was, just the little Farleys, do you understand? They started having beef. These have recruited a certain couple of mad kids from the area to fight the war for them. And these kids have started, you know, exploring ways of attacking these big, rich gangsters. And they started making IEDs, improvised explosion devices. And they started, the first one I think they put outside the 051 nightclub in the city centre. And that's, you know, when you hear about the 051 nightclub now, it was shut down because of that incident. Never reopened until last year or the year before. Shut down for 20 years or something on the back of that one incident. But that weren't the only incident. You know, some of their houses got targeted with the same sort of devices. And when they were going off, they weren't just shattered in that house, they were shattered in the estate. That's how powerful. The one in the 051 got classed as the biggest explosion on mainland Britain since the IRA ceasefire. So that's how much attention it got off the feds. You know, when it's getting put in that category, the feds and the special branch MI5 swarmed on the city. The same firm, because they started getting harassed and antagonised, they started targeting police stations and went on to target something like 5 or 10 police stations around the city of Liverpool. You know, shutting police stations down due to damage and that. And for some mad reason, I was in the picture for it. Right through my prison. Even when I've got out of prison, when I'm on licence, I'm in the picture for that. And that's why I get this mad attention off the feds. And whether you like it or not, they get you into positions where you become isolated from everyone. It's mad, mate. And then you become into that mindset of being like a lone wolf. This is how they get you. This is why I say to you, when you hear these lone wolves going off the barn, and I say I can relate, it's because that's what special branch do to you. Get you in a corner and absolutely annihilate it as much as they can till you're hating the world, the system and everything about it. Honest to God, that's the way they get you. It's horrible, mate. Jacqueline Pauline saying, trust me, this lad ain't into... I'm not exaggerating, just go and Google it. I don't know why you think he exaggerates. What's to exaggerate about it? I'm not condoning it, I'm not bigging it up. I'm just telling you versions of events in my life. How they come about, how they got resolved. It's not like, you know, I'm not sitting here going, I'm telling you, you know, stay away from this life, because when you're on their radar, you don't get a minute in peace. You think you do, but behind the scenes, every other month, doing something that's stalling you with your head, making you frustrated, all that, over years, starts taking its toll. And they're in the long game, not the short game. Did you know any Burnley boys in jail? Not sure, mate. Obviously, I've met loads of Burnley lads, haven't I? But there was no one relevant enough for me to take an interest in their life and sit down and have a conversation and eat with them. Might have been in the gym and we're doing circuits, the group circuit, and they're all in there, but right through my jail, I didn't just sit with people to make me jail easier. I'd rather sit behind my door than sit with them four at that table. I'd rather go in my cell, close my door over, than sit with half of them knobheads in that prison system. Honest to God. You ask any decent kid in that system now, they'll have it on the wing with 2 or 3 lads. The rest are just appearing when they're having the dinner and but when it comes to, you know, that quality time, 2 or 3 kids, that's it. The rest are just cattle fodder in their little prison sentence, if you like. How are you, Lara? You've got knobheads that's done 2-3 years in prison, calling themselves experts on how to do prison. Done more jail in a block than what you've done in your whole prison sentence, mate. And you're out here trying to give kids advice about prison. Done more time on me shitter than you've done in your whole life, and you're an expert on prison. Get out of here, dickhead. How are you, Peter? Wilco? Jail people up, mate. Helmet to clock, says Si. Lad, they've been in here all day, mate. They were in here this morning, because school's off. Yes, Wilco. Deborah Fairhurst, hope you well. Peter Murphy. James. Chrissy G. Si. Rhonda. Sparky. Carl Nack, mate. Jennifer Brotherton. You from Manchester, mate? BM Brotherton, lad. It's in jail with Brotherton. A lifer. Jail messed my mate up. He's being stabbed to death now, says Tanoff. You know what they say, lad? You live by the knife. Nice one, Will, laugh for that train. They're rare, mate. I haven't seen one of them for a while, mate. Thank you. Tapping the hearts, Darren. Nice one, PJ. Blondie girl. Pete. Or Pelly. Got someone saying most recent positive experience. Was that a question? You know, do you think you're that special that you're going to get an answer to that question? You know, where's your manners? Let me just kick you out. I hate dickheads that think they're important. Just come in, make one comment, expecting an answer, and when they don't get it, they turn on you. Get out. Can't be arsed with your games, mate. You know that, lad. Get the out now. Make me howl, you funny. Yeah. Weapons bro says SFX plumber. You know that, lad. Jimmy Grimble. Cormac Daldwell. Ever been to North of Ireland, Darren, mate? No, lad. I haven't been to Ireland, full stop. I don't know why I feel like I've been there all my life, lad. You do anything nice for bonfire night, buddy? I'm in disguise, lad. Floating Liverpool in disguise. Halloween night in Liverpool in disguise. Take these opportunities every year, mate. Every year. I'm like a vampire, mate. Ask anyone that knows me. Anyone that really knows me will tell you I am a night owl, and in them early hours of a night, I'm prowling. Ian Huff says I come alive at night. Most people do, don't they? Most people do, mate. It's always nice to just check up on your goals. It's always nice to just check up on your goals. You know, make sure your goals are still in the right place. Make sure your goals are there for when you want to score. When you're involved in that game, you can just keep your ear to the ground and go, hey, where's he, where's he, where's he, nice one. When you're not in that game, you've got to do your own work. And your own work's dangerous. So you don't want to be doing it all the time. So you go, spot, make sure it's there, leave it. Don't mention it, don't go near ever, and you never know, in 4 years' time, you might need to reach that goal and you know where to score it. You just turn up out the blue, push. But you need to just check on them. I've got an end game, and Willy Moore's my end game. And anyone that's sat round them, that's my end game. Just so it is now. I'm not really a threat to anyone else. Willy Moore and his family, I'm a severe threat to, and I'm running a marathon, not sprinting here. Do you understand what I'm saying? And his most cherished, the person he loves the most out of everyone. I know where they are, and I've done for years, and I've been round the gaff 3 or 4 times since I've been released. Do you understand what I'm saying? Doesn't matter when they go abroad for the little month, when they come back into this country, they're going to that. Yes, Charlie. Obviously, he's got what? He's got about 11 years left. How are you, Chrissy G? El Capitan. But he'll be in a catty. He'll be in a catty in about 8. That's just me, so just ignore my little goal down there, my end game. You a podcast king? I haven't got a podcast, lad. Sounds like you're planning some naughty stuff or going to end up in naughty things. Both had swerve, says Buster HT. Sounds like you're planning. Planning, lad. Planned. Planning was 4 years ago or something, kid. It's all set in stone, lad. You just got to act. Obviously, my mind might just get corrected along the way and I mightn't go there. You understand what I'm saying? But we all need to plan the end game. Don't be scared of it. You know, we're all going to get there at one point. What's your end game? You're going to sat on your couch and crumble till the doctor says it's time for you to go? Is that your end game? Sat in a hospital bed, just crumbling, everything deteriorating for you? Is that how you want to go? Is that your end game, kid? That's not the type of end game for me, lad. I want something extravagant, explosive. Do you understand what I'm saying? I want something to remember me by, not something to cry about me for. Yes, Jade. You all need to start planning ahead, mate. You don't even concentrate on death day. You're all focused on your birthday. It's gone. How old are you? 18? Your birthday was 18 years ago. Stop celebrating it every year like a turd and start focusing on where you're going. Yes, Lara. Lindsay. Practice for it, mate. I mean, don't practice, but like, prepare for you. Where do you want to be when you're dead? Do you want to just be sat in your house in a mess because you're old age? Or do you want to just cut it short at a certain age? And not the way the government want you to do it. You know, you just go and jump in that bubble there. Pay us for it though, but just jump in that bubble, we'll end your life, yeah. That's where we're at now. Yeah, I'll end my life when I want to end this life. Not when yous want to. Obviously, I can't stop you if you try. If you try, you're going to try, aren't you? I can't really stop you, can I? I can't stop you at your attempt, can I? But But plan ahead, mate. What are you going to do all of a sudden? You've got this illness. You've got 3 kids. You haven't been planning ahead. You've been celebrating your birthdays, spending all your savings every year. You haven't been planning what you're going to do down there when it's time for you to pass on. How are your kids? Are they sweet? Have they got a roof over their head between them? Or are you going to leave them in a mess, unable to pay for your funeral, having to get kicked out of this house now because you were the leaseholder? All these things don't get considered. Why? Because you're not preparing for your death day. You're still enjoying your birthday and you're 35. That making sense? There's a way I'd love to go, but I can't because the system's made it impossible for me to go. I'd love to go with my children around me. I'd love to go in my little place with my children and my wife around me and just go away. But the system's made it too hard for me. You know, they get in trouble. So that's the thing of, hang on, how can I let them know what they've been doing to me all my life is wrong? And what they've been doing to him, all them hundreds, all them thousands of lads, exactly like me, is wrong. I was thinking when I don't know, I was thinking this, I just had this, I think I was dreaming actually. No, this is what I was thinking. Alf is this, but when I was thinking this, it was all like one mad. This is what I was thinking. Look how mad this is. I was thinking about going into Liverpool, climbing on the Liver buildings, ringing Liverpool Echo and saying, I'm going to jump off this building if Zoe's place doesn't get the funding. This is what was going through my head. Mad, I know. And whilst I was thinking that, I was thinking of how could I convince them to make that donation. And this is what I was thinking. If I jump off here, I become a martyr. If I jump off here, I become a martyr. And once I've become a martyr in the city of Liverpool, you will have more martyrs following me in the future. That's what I was thinking. So if you don't want no martyrs in this city, you better pay that donation. That's what was going through my head in this little... And I tapped people thinking like that. I know I am. I know I'm tapped, aren't I? Just thinking like that. When was this? Today, mate. Today. I just sit there and some mad comes into my head and I start assessing it like it can become real. It's weird. Honestly, God. Just being honest with you, mate. What are the mad things that we have? What are the mad things that we have? I had something going through my head and thought, you know what, that's weird, I need to tell them. But I've lost it. No, mate, I've just come off it for a bit. I've just come off it for a bit. You battling tonight, Daz?